So some people think that the lunar cycle, the phases of the moon, and periods are linked because they both come every 28 days, like a full moon every 28 days, a period every 28 days. But my body has never produced a period every 28 days. I think it's like, yeah, fuck you, moon. Maybe we'll start acting like you when you let women on you. Yeah, exactly. Never been a woman on the moon. It's got a worse admissions policy these days than an Afghan secondary school. I know. And you might be thinking, yeah, come on, but there's only been like 2 guys on the moon, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Lightyear. But actually, if you Google it, so first of all, there was a 3rd guy who had to, he went up there, but he didn't get to step on the moon. He had to stay in the capsule thing. But once they sent them up the first time, they just kept on, through the 70s, kept on sending them up. If you Google it, it says 24 men have been on the moon. The moon has had more guys on top of it than I have. And I'm not slut-shaming the moon or anything. I just think if she tried a woman, she might like it. Now, back when I was pregnant, I was quite worried about the birth, having to give birth, and I think that's a very natural thing to be worried about. But I was kind of worried for all the wrong reasons. I was worried about all those people having to look at the exit point, as it were, in the state of the lady garden. Now, I'm quite a hairy girl. Hiding underneath this fringe is a single eyebrow. That would be more comfortable on this stage singing You Wonderwall than telling jokes. But, I've got thick, dark hair all over my body, and I grew up in the 90s, so I've had it ingrained in me that you are not allowed to have any body hair, okay? So lots of shaving, plucking, bleaching. And when I was pregnant, obviously I couldn't reach the vital area. I couldn't even see what was going on, let alone get to it. And it wasn't just vanity though, I was worried if my daughter inherited my Gallagher genes and came out with a full head of hair, how would the midwife tell when it was crowning? She literally wouldn't be able to tell the woods from the bush. There was an obvious solution. I could have gone, to a salon to get a professional wax, but I've never done that. But even before I was pregnant, in my younger times, never done that because I just feel too ashamed to go to Have you seen the women that work in these places? They look like they've just come off Love Island, and I look like I've just come off Hailing Island. Right, and I just feel too ashamed to go and show one of these women my sort of Leo Sayer impersonation. I was trying to come up with a sort of more modern reference to Leo Sayer in case sort of younger people don't get it, although I think we're probably all right tonight, but sorry. So the best I could come up with is if you just sort of imagine Mo Salah's head, but there. I know I have. Now, if you don't know who Mo Salah is, he's a footballer. I think he plays for Liverpool. He comes from Egypt. He's got a bit of an afro. One woman came up to me a few days ago after a gig and said, I have to admit, didn't know who Mo Salah is. I was picturing Mo Farah. Very different look in the hair department, Mo Farah. If I had his hair, I would like to have his hair down there, because I don't have it, unfortunately. I do have his stamina, though. That's one bonus. Anyway, back to the point. I feel like going down to the beauty salon with what I've got between and around my legs would be like taking a sort of clapped out old Skoda down to the garage. They get me to open up. They take a look. Ooh. Well, I could do it for your love, but it's not going to be cheap. Cost in labour alone is going to be huge. You look like you're leaking some fluid from somewhere in a